Phantom holds a clear advantage on this map with a 69% win rate. It's a surprising contrast, considering how Catalyst has been picking up wins against him in their most recent encounters. We'll see if the statistics hold true as this match progresses. Phantom clears that angle and shuts down Catalyst on the ramp, putting an end to that quick start. The top-rated guy in the league is finally waking up. Catalyst is really putting the pressure on here, catching Phantom right as he tried to hold the ramp. His top seed status hasn't helped him yet today. Catalyst is dominating, sitting comfortably atop a 4-1 lead. A brutal exchange where both players were shaken, but he manages to claw back another one. He definitely needs this momentum after that rough set against Void. He's staying composed, making a real push to close this gap. His performance against Void was a lot more lopsided than this. He's completely erased that early deficit to lock things up at 4 apiece. The underdog is certainly making a case for himself today. He stepped back into the lead, putting the score at 5-4. Despite the ranking gap, the momentum is swinging. Absolute perfection on that shot, leveling the series at 5 apiece. Both of these guys are playing completely different games right now. Catalyst regains the edge, pushing ahead 6-5. He's really capitalizing on the momentum from their most recent meet. We've got a deadlock at 6, all heading into the break. I mean, this is exactly the kind of battle we expected from the favorite. Phantom is keeping pace, but he'll need more than a brief streak to pull away. Let's see who blinks first. Phantom keeps his resolve and catches him right off the container, taking a narrow lead. He's playing like a man who knows exactly how to handle this pressure. Unreal! He barely survives that chaotic spray battle to hold on to the lead. Talk about an absolute nail-biter of a finish. He's just completely took over the server, erasing that early gap and keeping the streak alive. A complete shutdown there, and now he's 4 rounds clear of the target. The higher seed is finally asserting total control. He's simply too fast, cruising to another victory to keep the surge going. The momentum is firmly back with the higher seed. He's absolutely unstoppable right now. Just one more needed to seal the victory. What a response. Catalyst manages to keep the dream alive by shutting that down completely. A crucial stand to keep this match from ending right now. And there it is. He closes out the map in style to secure the victory. He looked completely untouchable once he got his confidence up. A huge bounce back for the #1 seed after that recent loss to Catalyst. Phantom comes out swinging with a huge first round, shutting Havoc down while he was trying to hold the ramp. Phantom has won about 66% of their lifetime meetings. It's clearly reflecting a historical gap that Havoc has been unable to bridge. He needs to find a way to disrupt the flow here, or this could be a very quick series. Havoc shuts that down, picking him right off the ramp to start the climb back. He's definitely trying to prove the analysts wrong tonight. He stays aggressive and cleans up the round, bringing this game much closer. The underdog is starting to look much more comfortable now. Absolutely crushing it. He's completely erased that early deficit to level things up. The pre-match odds are looking a lot more questionable now. Phantom responds immediately to regain a slight advantage in this set. He's completely locked in from the ramp to pull this game even. The pressure is mounting on the favorite to regain control. Phantom is just a hair faster on the draw, shutting down any attempt Havoc makes to hold that ramp. The top seed is starting to flex that rating advantage. What a fight! Havoc manages to drag himself back from the brink, picking Phantom off the toolbox to knot the score at 5-5. The higher seed is looking very vulnerable right now. Havoc keeps his composure, catching the favorite off the ramp to push the lead to 6-5. Phantom is really struggling to find his footing today. Havoc holds a 7-5 lead heading into the break. I mean, everything about this suggests Phantom should be winning right now. He's simply not playing to his number 1 seed status in these opening rounds. Phantom secures a huge read, catching Havoc from the wine box to keep things tight. It's a tough spot for Havoc to hold on to this slim lead. Unbelievable. He barely survives that exchange, clinging to a tiny sliver of health to take the 8-6 lead. Pure heart in that one, he's refusing to buckle. He's looking incredibly sharp, deleting Phantom right off the planks to widen his lead. The roles have completely flipped. That's the start of this series. He is just too strong right now, taking another round to put a serious dent in this set. A quick response here to get back into this. He definitely has the edge over the last 24 hours. He's showing an incredible amount of grit, putting a huge gap between himself and his opponent. The seed difference is practically non-existent at this point. He just keeps pushing forward, securing a huge advantage from the wine box. His confidence is through the roof right now. Absolutely dominant finish. Havoc closes it out with a lightning fast kill to seal the victory. A massive statement win for the 6th seed to break that long-term losing streak against the world number 1. Catalyst has clearly owned this specific rivalry with a 70% win rate over their long history together. It's an interesting dynamic, because Havoc is the one who took their last meeting. It will be a battle of who gets the momentum shifting today. Catalyst is really starting to pull ahead here. The speed of these encounters is wild. We've seen sub-second eliminations already. Havoc holds the lead by 1 as we head back. His slightly higher rank is definitely showing in these early rounds. He just completely clears him off the box, rolling to a 3-round streak. He's really putting that recent form to the test today. The momentum has completely shifted, as he puts up another clean win to reach 4 straight. Finally, a break in that run, and Catalyst is starting to claw his way back into this. Havoc is looking very comfortable with a 56% win rate on this map. He's really using that comfort to push the advantage early in this set. It'll be interesting to see if Catalyst can find any answers as the gap grows. Havoc is firmly in control with a 3-round cushion. He's definitely taking advantage of that top 5 ranking right now. We've got an 8-4 lead for Havoc. Well, this is a surprising turn given that Catalyst entered as the favorite. He's really ignoring that historical head-to-head disadvantage to hold a strong grip on this game. Time to see if he resets. Catalyst cuts the lead back to 5-8 right now. Tough way to start the set after that loss to Phantom earlier. He just wipes him right off the box to keep the recovery going. He's showing exactly why the odds makers had him as the top pick. Havoc still holds a comfortable 3-round lead. He's coming into this set with an impressive 13-7 result against Phantom. Havoc is just relentless, sitting pretty at 10-6. He's looking really strong after that dominant showing against Phantom. Catalyst is definitely fighting to get back into this, though Havoc still has a decent cushion. Havoc is really putting his foot on the gas here, making it very difficult for Catalyst to find any air. Havoc is starting to feel the pressure as that lead begins to shrink. Havoc manages to secure the trade and is now just 1 victory away from closing this out. What a scramble! Catalyst barely edges him out in a complete firefight to keep his hopes alive. He's really refusing to go down without a fight. He's digging in and fighting back, keeping this series alive with another huge win. He's finally starting to look like the favorite we expected. He closes it out with a clean headshot to take the victory. The grit showed in those final rounds, but he just couldn't find the closing blow when it mattered. He really had to earn every single point in that one. What a battle. Phantom is the absolute top seed in our ratings, and he's usually the one dominating this rivalry. He's clearly the favorite here, but he hasn't been able to close out the opening exchanges today. It'll be interesting to see if he can shake off this slow start. Catalyst is really putting the pressure on Phantom now. He's really putting that 18-10 rating to the test. They've traded rounds back and forth perfectly so far. It's a dead heat early on. Both of these guys have had a challenging run of matches today. Catalyst is just way too fast today, catching Phantom right as he tried to pick from the ramp. He's really turning things around after that close loss to Havoc. Catalyst holds a commanding 4-2 lead as we reset. It's a stark contrast to that dominant 13-7 performance we saw recently. A huge momentum swing as he secures another win from the ramp. The number 1 rated player in the world is looking very vulnerable right now. He's simply not stopping. That's a 4-round tear to push the lead to 6-2. He's completely flipped the script on their most recent meeting. Absolutely outclassed here. He just cannot find a way to stop this momentum. He just keeps going, picking Phantom right off the Tetris to reach a 6-round peak. He's clearly lacking that usual precision we see from him. Unreal. Phantom barely scrapes through that firefight with just 2 health remaining. That's 1 round he's finally put in his column. Catalyst takes an 8-4 lead into the break. I mean, he's absolutely controlling the pace, just like the analysts predicted. He's looking sharp, and that huge 6-round streak really shifted the energy in his favor. Let's see if Phantom wakes up. Phantom is coming in with a strong 24-12 record over the last day. So yeah, that confidence is clearly starting to translate into these results. He's digging in his heels to erase a deficit that looked insurmountable just a few minutes ago. Phantom cleans him off the Tetris and maintains this charge back into the game. That's a huge shift in air for the leader. He recovers quickly, claiming another round from the boost to hold a 2-game lead. A very tight battle, considering their history together. Catalyst keeps his grip with a 10-7 lead. The top seed is definitely feeling the pressure right now. He shuts the door on that comeback attempt, taking 3 straight to firmly re-establish control. It's a bit of a nightmare scenario for the world, number 1. Absolute perfection from the leader to put himself just 1 round away from victory. A total reversal from the expected outcome tonight. A clean exchange here, granting the underdog 1 more chance to stay alive. He really needs a miracle run here to keep this alive. He finds a way to stay in this a bit longer, shutting down that momentum and keeping the dream alive. He's really fighting to prove his rank in this series. What a finish! Catalyst closes it out to secure a huge victory over the top seed. A huge result for the number 6 seed, who really came out on top despite that early struggle earlier today. Phantom has completely owned this head-to-head matchup over time, winning about 66% of their meetings, and seeing that dominant start here is a strong sign for the higher-rated player. He really wants to reclaim his standing after those recent losses. Phantom just barely edges ahead with a 2-1 lead. The second-ranked guy in the league is starting to look comfortable. Phantom is really starting to put the pressure on here with those quick kills. He's bouncing back quickly after that loss to Havoc on fast aim. Havoc is really making a name for himself early on, using that high ground on the wine to tie things up. Phantom is pulling away with a commanding 4-2 lead. This looks like a total reversal from that earlier encounter on fast aim. Phantom has been fighting hard to find footing today, and his 23 wins over the last day show he's in a high volume rhythm. It's helping him shake off those early losses from earlier in the session. He's really starting to take control here. He is just outclassing him right now, extending that streak to 4 straight. He's just untouchable right now, making this look effortless as he extends the gap to 8. Simply relentless, he claims another one to keep this momentum surging. He's playing like a top 2 player should. It is 10-2 going into the break. The map favorite is just carving through this match. Phantom really put on a display of skill here to secure a huge lead. Havoc needs a serious spark now. Phantom is putting on a clinic here, just completely shutting the door on any chance for a comeback. He is simply playing at a different level today. That was an absolute breeze. He's just 1 round away from closing this out. The skill gap on the ladder is on full display right now. And there it is, a perfect finish to wrap up the series in total fashion. A really one-sided affair on Italy, leaving the 5th ranked guy in the dust today. Catalyst has an impressive 70% win rate in their overall head-to-head history, but it's worth noting that Havoc actually came out on top in their most recent encounter. It will be interesting to see if that trend holds for the rest of the series. Catalyst is putting the pressure on, leading 2-1. That's a tough spot for the 5th ranked player to be in. Both players are playing incredibly fast. It's really anyone's game at this point. He's clearly playing with plenty of confidence right now. Catalyst edges ahead 3-2, really seizing the momentum now. A strong showing from the higher ranked player today. And just like that, Havoc brings us back to a deadlock. Havoc is really starting to build some serious momentum here, claiming his 3rd straight round. A real battle of titans between these two top 5 players. We're all square at 4 apiece now. Neither side seems to be given an inch today. Havoc clinches a narrow 5-4 lead. It's a surprising turn for the underdog in this series. They're trading blows back and forth. It's a complete toss-up right now. The 6th ranked pro is refusing to let... Catalyst answers back to take a slim 6-5 advantage.